This is the NOAA Weather Radio, on Hazard Station KFG98 operating on a frequency of 162.55 MHz. This transmitter serves the metro area of Portland and mountains of Washington and Oregon. The current time is 9:32 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. To air quality.
Here's the forecast. Today, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 40s. East winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, clear. Cold with lows on Following message is transmitted at the request of the U.S. Geological Survey. A sharp increase in seismic activity has been observed in the mountains of southern Washington and northern Oregon. These earthquakes have caused massive damage across several areas. It is possible that more earthquakes will continue to occur, possibly intensifying in magnitude. All residents feeling the earth shake is strongly advised to drop, cover, and hold now if indoors. If outdoors, stay away from utility poles, street lights, and structures. Remember that Washington and Oregon have volcanoes. Volcanoes are large mountains that have lava inside its magma chamber and could boil if hit by these earthquakes. Stay away from these volcanoes. These volcanoes are part of the Cascade Range that was hit from these earthquakes. Trained spotters are encouraged to look out for volcanoes erupting. Volcano ash and lava flow spread quickly across most areas of these states. All residents are strongly advised to pack the necessary supplies and get away from these earthquakes and volcanoes. The USGS are investigating the situation shortly. The following message is transmitted at the request of the U.S. Geological Survey. Washington and northern Oregon. These earthquakes have caused massive damage across several areas. It is possible that more earthquakes will continue to occur, possibly intensifying in magnitude. The following message is transmitted at the request of Emergency Services of Washington and Oregon. Several volcanoes in the Cascade Range have erupted simultaneously due to earthquakes in these areas. The following volcanoes have erupted: Mount St. Helens, Mount Rainier, Mount Adams, Mount Hood, Mount Washington, Glacier Peak, Mount Baker, Mount Jefferson, and Mount Bailey. These volcanoes have caused small ash clouds to form in these eruptions and causing lava to flow out of these mountains. All residents near the mentioned volcanoes needs to evacuate immediately. Get away from these volcanoes as fast as possible as lava is flowing through the areas. If you can get the necessary supplies within the next 5 minutes, do so immediately. Evacuate to a safe location now. A tsunami warning is in effect for the beaches of Oregon and Washington. A tsunami with a height of 465 feet was spotted moving east at 70 miles an hour. Tsunamis are large ocean waves that aren't surfable. This tsunami will cause massive damage to beaches and harbors and will likely submerge the ocean shores and the islands of Washington and Oregon and will eventually stop near the Cascade Range Mountains. All residents near the areas are advised to evacuate to higher mountains. Do not go to the volcanoes which previously erupted. Try climbing as fast as you can about 500 feet high from the tsunami. This tsunami is currently traveling near the ocean now. Evacuate as quick as possible. Evacuate now. A volcano watch is in effect for the state of Hawaii. The following volcanoes are in risk of erupting is Kilauea and Mauna Loa. The reason for this is lava boiling in the magma chamber. All residents of the state of Hawaii are advised to pack the necessary supplies and get to the mainland of the country. There are boats in harbors and airplanes for flights in airports for evacuation. These two volcanoes will cause destruction to the island of Hawaii and may generate a tsunami if the ocean is rumbled with flanks of the mountains. Take the following precautions requested by air authorities. Residents of the state of Hawaii are advised to pack the necessary supplies and get The following message is transmitted at the request of the Hawaii State Emergency Management. Kilauea and Mauna Loa have simultaneously erupted due to lava boiling. All residents that have not evacuated yet should do so immediately. The lava flow and flanks will cause a tsunami in the Pacific Ocean to occur. Not taking the precautions will put your life in extreme danger. Evacuate now. Have simultaneously erupted due to lava boiling. All residents that have not evacuated yet should do A tsunami warning is in effect for the island of Hawaii. A flank of Mauna Loa has collapsed into the Pacific Ocean and has generated a tsunami with a height of 540 feet high moving northwest at 93 miles an hour. All residents living on the island of Hawaii is strongly advised to evacuate and get to boats set up in harbors in Hawaii. Airports are closed at this time. If you are at an airport, it is too late to evacuate, you will face certain death. Evacuate as fast as you can away from the tsunami. Evacuate now. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. At 2:26 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, An earthquake with a magnitude of 7.0 on the Richter scale was spotted shaking Yellowstone National Park. All residents near the area is strongly advised to drop, cover, and hold now. This earthquake is causing serious damage to the area in the Yellowstone condos and suites, and the vacation rental center. This earthquake might have triggered the Yellowstone supervolcano to erupt, but an eruption cannot be confirmed at this time. As a precaution if an eruption is imminent, all residents near Yellowstone National Park is strongly advised to pack the necessary supplies and evacuate to the east coast. The Yellowstone supervolcano's eruption is over 20 times more powerful than any other volcanoes and can destroy nuclear power plants, stations, headquarters, offices, towers, and possibly streets. Possibly going to turn the United States a volcanic winter. Stay tuned for more information as this situation develops.
You're gonna break my heart. You're gonna tear it apart. No matter what you do, I'll still be there for you. And when you call my name, I won't be far away.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. If you are hearing this message, this is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. An immediate evacuation order has been issued within a 500 miles radius of the Yellowstone supervolcano. The Yellowstone supervolcano is expected to erupt in 24 hours. All residents near the area is strongly advised to evacuate. I say again, evacuate immediately. Anyone not taking the precautions will put your life in extreme danger. The reason that the Yellowstone supervolcano is expected to erupt was due to a 7.0 earthquake. Please take the necessary supplies with you and get out of the Yellowstone National Park and evacuate to the East Coast. Evacuate now. I say again, evacuate now.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. At 2:10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.2 on the Richter scale was spotted shaking the San Juan Mountains and destroying the vacation rental condos and suites, and the vacation rental center in Mineral County, Colorado. All residents feeling the earth shake is strongly advised to drop, cover, and hold now until the shaking stops. This earthquake might have triggered the La Garita supervolcano to erupt, but an eruption cannot be confirmed at this time. As a precaution, if an eruption is imminent, all residents near La Garita supervolcano is strongly advised to pack the necessary supplies and evacuate to the east coast. The La Garita supervolcano's volcanic eruption is over 20 times more powerful than other volcanoes and can destroy nuclear power plants, stations, headquarters, offices, towers, and streets, possibly to turn the United States into a volcanic winter. Stay tuned for more information as this situation develops.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. If you are hearing this message, this is not a test. I say again, this is not a test. An immediate evacuation has been issued within a 500 miles radius of the La Garita supervolcano. The La Garita supervolcano is expected to erupt within 24 hours. All residents near the La Garita supervolcano is strongly advised to evacuate to the east coast immediately. Not taking any precautions will put your life in extreme danger. The reason for the La Garita supervolcano is expected to erupt is due to a 7.2 magnitude earthquake. Evacuate to the east coast immediately. I say again, evacuate to the east coast immediately, or you will face certain death.
Getting stronger every day. Keep on pushing through the pain. Keep on running till we die. No mercy in this life. There's nowhere left to
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. At approximately 4:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Yellowstone supervolcano in Wyoming and the La Garita caldera in Colorado have simultaneously erupted due to earthquakes striking the mountains. Large ash clouds have formed and the eruptions have caused 100-mile radius destruction. Asphalt is expected to travel to the continental United States within the next hour. Wear breathing masks to prevent heat stroke and sickness. All residents within a 1,000-mile radius are advised to evacuate to the east coast immediately. These volcanoes are causing destruction and may lead to global warming throughout the world. Bring the necessary supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a battery-powered radio with batteries, and a first aid kit. Drink plenty of cold water as the temperatures start to increase. Evacuate to the east coast immediately. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is WTVD. The station will continue to serve the Durham area. If you are not in this area, you should now tune into stations providing news and official information. You're listening to the emergency alert system serving the Durham area. Do not use your telephones. Telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated.
You're gonna break my heart. You're gonna tear it apart. No matter what you do, I'll still be there for you. And when you